Hello there and welcome to a brand new hobby streak week. As ever, last week actually ended with me playing some roleplay. This time we were playing Chronicles of Darkness. Great game, we've only just started, so we're really just getting used to the characters and the setting. This week, however, begins with day 2168, and I'm going to continue with the Chaos Traitors that I started yesterday. There's not really much to report, as the first 45 minutes was spent basically just highlighting what I started yesterday, and then started to pick out sort of the blacks, the greys, and the silvers, and then gave everything a wash. I'm trying to keep these guys sort of earthy and brown, and sort of have a sort of more sort of darker look rather than sort of bright, because obviously the heroes for Blackstone Fortress are a lot brighter. And yeah, I just kind of want a really big contrast between good and, well, I say good is warhammer, but good versus bad. So there we are, things are on track at the moment. I'm hoping that I will be able to get them done by tomorrow. Might be Wednesday, all depends on how quickly I can get the rest of the fiddly little details done. Really, there's not much left to do now. I also I glued in some metallic sheets into a box, so basically I can magnetize some more models to keep them nice and safe and to save some room on the shelves. In the evening I also put together 5 Night Lords from the Kill Team Nightmare set that I've had sitting there for a while, and it's about time I start putting this stuff together. Today is 2169, and I'm going to mostly get these Traitor Guard finished. All that's going to be left to do is the base, which I will do tomorrow. I ran out of time basically because I had so much fiddly stuff to do. There wasn't like loads of like heavy painting. It was just lots and lots of fiddly sort of highlighting and just doing those tiny details. But yeah, I'm quite satisfied with the way they've turned out. I think they look alright. I've got another unit of these guys to do, but I won't be doing those until I've done continued with the Marvel Zombie stuff. If you watch this channel for a while, you'll have noticed that I don't like concentrating on one thing completely. I tend to get bored with it and then just like never go back to it. So I like to keep things as varied as possible. As I said earlier, though, I'm very happy with the way they're coming out. Again, just the bases to do. They'll be done tomorrow, and then I can start more Marvel Zombies goodness. Today is 2170, and I'm going to finish off the Chaos Traitor Legions guard that I started yesterday. Now, I just needed to do their base. It wasn't exactly too much work. I started by painting their base with a Corvus black. I was going to try and do the little lines that are like running along the bases to represent like they're standing on the floor of the Blackstone Fortress. But I didn't really like the look of that, and then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, it's going to take too long to actually sort out. So instead, I basically kind of just sort of created some sort of shading areas and sort of built up to just a thin line of Mechanica Standard Grey. I think it looks a little better than it did, and I'm quite happy with the result. So. But because they were out of the way, I then moved on to Pepper Potts and Happy Hogan from Marvel Zombies. These guys are not going to take too long whatsoever, but I did get a phone call which took up half an hour of my time. I started with Pepper to get her skirt out of the way. The reason why it's not going to take very long is basically their colours are very, very limited. Pepper is mostly sort of black and white, and Happy Hogan is wearing kind of a very deep purple suit. So yeah, they're not going to take too long whatsoever. But to get the deepness of Happy's suit, though, I've given it multiple washes with some non-oil just to really mute that colour down and slowly basically create its own sort of shading and highlighting. So all in all, quite a good day's work. I'm pretty happy with the way things gone. I've finally decided on what I'm going to do with the Blackstone Fortress bases, which means I'm going to have to go back and sort all those guys out that I've already started, or finished, I should say, model-wise. They just need to be based. And fingers crossed, these two should be finished tomorrow. I then stuck some magnets, or magnetized the bases of some of my Star Wars Shatterpoint stuff so I can go in the case. However, I ran out of super glue, so I need to get some more of that. Today's 2171, and I'm going to continue with Happy Hogan and Pepper Potts. These guys did not take too long whatsoever. They're mostly one colour, so it was just a matter of like finishing off what I started yesterday and then doing all the details. Getting the right colour to highlight the suit did take a couple of minutes though, as the first 2 attempts it was just too dark to notice anything, so I had to sort of really lighten it up. One of the things I do really like about CMON's miniatures is, even though sometimes they can be overridden with sort of massive amounts of detail, when they do a nice simple character, it's very nice and simple, and they do not take long to paint whatsoever. Basically finished things off with a wash, and we were done. Yeah, so really satisfied with today. Very happy with the way they look, and I will be starting either the Wasp or Iron Man tomorrow. I'm unsure who I'm going to pick first. I might do the Wasp, just get her out of the way. Today is 2172. And I'm going to start work on the Wasp from Marvel Zombies. I start things off by basically tidying up the spray. Naturally, sprays can sort of miss areas quite often, especially with models like this where they're sort of hunched over and in sort of quite an awkward position. And then I finish off her black, start her yellow, but then immediately hit a wash wall. But because of the nature of superhero outfits and things like that, that means she's pretty close to being finished. Her base is still going to take a while. However, because of the wash wall, I thought I'd start on Iron Man and get him begun. But then, of course, immediately after painting the red, hit another wash wall. I only had 10 minutes left though, so it's not too much of a problem. But yeah, so we're quite a way into these guys already. I should hopefully be able to finish the Wasp. Said wash too many times. Finish the Wasp tomorrow, and then actually I've only got Saturday tomorrow. I mean, an hour. Maybe finish the Wasp on Sunday, but hopefully we'll get through and do quite a bit of work on Iron Man as well. In the evening, I stuck together the last 5 remaining Night Lords. I completely forgot their name again. So yes, that's 1 unit from that set complete. Today is 2173, and I will be getting as much done on the Wasp as I can. Unfortunately, it's not going to be that much. I only have an hour today, so I don't have my full sort of 2 hours. So obviously, I'm going to get a lot less done. And boy, howdy, did I completely underestimate how long the yellow was going to take to paint on her. It took pretty much the full hour just to paint the yellow, and I ended up only getting the start of the wings on the hero version of her. I've still got the zombie one to do, which will be the first thing I tackle tomorrow. So it doesn't look like I'm going to get her finished tomorrow. I mean, hopefully I'll get her finished tomorrow, and maybe I get to do some more with Iron Man. So yeah, there we are. Not exactly a lot, or it doesn't seem like a lot, but it did take a long time because of all that fiddly yellow. In the evening, I put together some mandrakes from the Kill Team box that I'm working on at the moment. I only put 5 together because I wasn't really in the mood for doing loads. And I also added more magnets to the bottom of the bases of the Marvel Crisis Protocol and Star Wars Shadowing stuff. Today is 2174, and I am going to be finishing off the Wasp and her zombie counterpart from Marvel Zombies. I didn't get much sleep last night thanks to a bunch of noisy neighbours and obviously the horrible heat wave that we're currently having, so I'm kind of a bit blurry-eyed while I'm painting all this. But yeah, I basically continued with the wings, finished those off, and there wasn't really much left to do. The bases were the actually vast majority of the things I had to do today. I did try my hand at a little bit of object source lighting on the zombie version of it. I'm not entirely sure how well I've done. It's okay, I guess. I don't know. I'm still fairly new at object source lighting, but I kind of want to make these guys stand out from the Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff that I've got. So, you know, they look a little bit different. Overall, though, I'm very happy with the way they've turned out. I think they're really nice miniatures. I always think CMON's miniatures are really quite nice, and I can't wait to sort of get this whole box set finished. Overall, this week, however, has been a fairly productive week. We've managed to get some Traitors finished. I'll be working on the 2nd unit of those next week. More Marvel Zombies miniatures finished, and of course Iron Man at the back there, raring to go. So yeah, I'm very happy with the way this week's turned out. If you made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, I think give us a subscribe and a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.